Paula here. Welcome to my craft room tonight. Sorry I'm late. Sometimes life just interferes, you know. All right, I'm going Facebook. See if I'm live. There I am. And I do appreciate you waiting for me. There we go. Tonight I have a card for you using the Autumn Trees bundle that I've been featuring this week. Okay, just one more click and then we're there. There we go. Got it. Hello, Norma. Hello, Carol. All right. Okay. Why is that weird? Of course it's weird on Facebook. Why would it not be weird on Facebook? Oh, my Lord. I couldn't see the comments. I could not see the comments. Oh, some days, some days. Okay, we're just going to have fun tonight with the Autumn Trees bundle, and we're going to make an autumn card. No, duh. I haven't even got my stamps out yet. I wanted to get going here. And I thought, well, I'll just put stamps on when I am live. So I have that one. So how's everybody today? We have a good day. I had an awesome day. I got to stamp with a group of fun ladies at our local seniors community. And then I went shopping. I bought stuff for my creative escape next weekend. I think I'm almost ready. Okay. I have to go get a really big block because that stamp. It requires this big sucker. There we go. Oh, Norma was packing up the trailer. Oh, it's sad. Summer's over. Hi, Susan. Yeah, it was ugly out there today. I did get my walk in, though. I went out early this morning and it was only spitting rain, so I didn't have to walk in the torrential downpour that happened the rest of the day. I had to be out in it, but at least I didn't have to go do my walk in it. Okay, so let me flip you around. Good news, I got my November class done. And it is going to be fun folds. Let me flip you around and I'll show you. So I couldn't decide what bundle or suite I was going to what bundle or suite I was going to feature in November. So I thought, well, let's just do fun folds. Hang on, I have to clean my camera on my phone because it's not very clean. So close your eyes for a minute, please, when I find my camera. There, that's better. Now let's plug it in so my phone doesn't die on me. Oh. So there, this is also my club. So it's a club. There's a class option and there's a monthly tutorial subscription option. There is 5 fun folds. If you come to the class, we're going to do 3 of them. They're all different fun folds. And if you get the kits from me, you don't need any specific stamp set or dies. You will need a stamp set with Christmas sentiments in it. Excuse me. And some kind of a leaf die or a branch die or something. Or you could just leave it without. Then if you are part of my monthly tutorial or my monthly stamping club, this is your exclusive card. If you're part of my monthly tutorial subscription, that's the exclusive card. Now, this one is not a Christmas card. And if you're part of my club, you also get the tutorial for this one. You don't get the kits. And if you're part of my team, you get the tutorials for all of this. So I'm excited. I got that done. And then my next task is to do a Christmas fun fold class also for November. And then that'll be the last Christmas card class of the year. All right, here's the card we're going to make tonight. Look at that. Look at how pretty that is. Look at that. There's a tree in the background. And then I did crushed curry and Cajun craze. Then there's in the background there, I used a bit of the earthen toned metallics, and I put the deer on there. These are the Cajun craze and gold dots. And then I used the other part of that die cut on the inside. And then I stamped the deer on the outside. Now, if you were here during the week, I stamped this tree and then I die cut it out, but I'm not going to this time because I want the tree to show in the background. So we're not going to die cut. I'm going to cut the tree out, but I'm not going to die cut the itty bitty parts. And then we're going to color it with Old Olive and pecan pie. Sorry, my brain went dead there. I'm just trying to figure out, how did I do that? I must have used a dauber. Oh, look, it says a dauber. Ah. Okay, I have a dauber. There. So if you look at the tree really carefully, you can see that this part is stamped in brown, and then this part is in green. So we're going to do that with a dauber. Actually, I need 2 daubers. Okay, we're good to go now. I'm going to be using pecan pie and early espresso ink. There must have been Old Olive in there too. Yep, Old Olive ink. Apparently I didn't write down my supplies very well for this card. Hello, Valerie. Light Old Olive, dark and light pecan pie to do the coloring of the tree. And the Autumn Trees bundle. There's the stamp set and the dies. Now the dies, this is a double pack of dies. So you have, this is the die for the big tree, and there's the one for the deer. And then you have this one, I'm going to cut it out twice for the flowers. And then the sentiment comes from Beautiful Motifs. And I love that sentiment. And then in the background, on the white part, I've embossed that with the Gathering Leaves embossing folder, and I'm going to finish it off with some Cajun craze and gold dots. Oh my, whew, that was a lot of words. Are we ready to stamp? Okay, Cajun craze card base 8.5 by 5.5. 1, 2, 3 pieces of basic white that are 5 1/4 by 4. 1 for the inside, 1 for the outside, and 1 to do the tree on. And then we have a piece of crushed curry that is 3 by 3 1/4. A piece of Cajun craze that is 3 by 3 1/4. I just dropped a little piece. And we have another piece of basic white that is 1.5 by 2, and that's for the deer. And then I have a piece that is 1 by 3/4 for the sentiment. I'm going to put this one over underneath my my lamp. So if I say, where did I put my sentiment piece? You can tell me it's over there underneath my lamp. Earthen toned metallic. This is the brown foil, and that is 4 by 1.25. And then I have a piece of Autumn Toile designer paper. This has got the foxes on the back. And I'm going to cut that into a hill. And this is 4 by 1.75. Oh, Valerie's got a day planned in her craft room. Woohoo! That's awesome, Val. It's about time. Okay, I need to stamp that. Don't need to stamp that. This one we're going to emboss. I'm going to cut a hill. Just wherever you want it, whatever you want your hill to look like. There we go. That's done. I need to die cut that. So let's emboss this first and get that over with. Oh no. My sentiments are not scrolling. Okay, this is the Gathering Leaves embossing folder, and it is definitely got straight lines. So I'm just using the line at the bottom that's Stampin' Up prints on there for us to make it straight. Because you don't want, well, I guess you could, if you wanted to have a fall scene, a fall windy scene, you could make your leaves go sideways. Now we're hoping to get to Tofino tomorrow, but it's looking more and more like that's not going to happen because it's supposed to be torrential downpour. There we go. Oh, I like that. That's fun. So there's the embossed. See that? Oh, isn't that lovely? Okay, that's done. Put that over there. This is the deer, so I'm going to stamp the deer in pecan pie. So I did the Timberline seniors group today, and we made Halloween boxes for their table centers in their dining room for Halloween. Oh, look what I did. It's almost like I don't know how to stamp. Stay over there. Okay, let's stamp the sentiment. And I'm stamping. Oh no, I'm not stamping this in pecan pie. Stamping this one in early espresso. Because I'm going from a light color to a dark color, I don't have to worry about cleaning my stamp in between. That's stamped on there like that. Put it back underneath my lamp, out of the way. And now we're going to do surgery on the tree. Well, not really surgery. I am going to take my daubers and I'm going to start with early espresso, and I'm going to color the stamp. So I'm just kind of eyeballing where it needs to be brown. Which is really difficult to see. If you have markers, you could use markers, but this is just a faster way of doing this. Okay, I need to look at the stamp. I need to look at the stamp because I know there's a lot more. There's a lot more twigs than I'm seeing with my eyeballs. So I was sitting there after dinner, having my after dinner nap, as usual, and my nose started to run and it clogged up. And it was like I was having a really bad allergic reaction to something, but I hadn't moved. And, need to go up a little bit more in there. Okay. Let's put a little bit on here, make sure I get it nice and dark. There we go. So have you guys done this with stamps before? Have you colored on the stamp itself? Now I'm going to go in with Old Olive and just do the rest of it. Try to avoid going over top of the brown because you don't want to get brown on your green and then transfer green into your or brown into your green ink pad. This is a really painful way of coloring your stamp, but it's really cool that you can get the two colors. Just make sure you get color on all parts of the tree. Make sure you get a good coverage. You don't want to be shy on the ink. Okay, I think this is going to go. Whether it is ready or not, we're going for it. Okay. Get my daubers out of the way. So then the next step, because you've had the brown on there for a while, is to puff on it and bring moist air up from your lungs to reactivate the ink in case it's gone to sleep. Here, let me do this so you can see what I'm doing. I'm not, I'm, so I'm bringing the moist air up from my lungs. And then we hope that we don't drop the stamp. There we go. Okay, and go back down so you can see. Come on. There we go. So try not to rock it and try not to move it while you rub your hands all over to make sure you get it all, the ink transferred off. And then you say a little prayer. Let's do down the middle because I don't think I did that. Then you say a little prayer. Oh, please make it work, especially as I'm on live TV. Oh, yes. And there we go. Can you see the difference between the brown and the green? Oh, that turned out lovely. Nice. Okay, so now we're going to die cut that. And I'm just going to cut out the outside. I'm not going to cut the inside because shall I cut the inside? Tell me. If you were watching earlier this week, I die cut the inside and it looked kind of cool. Maybe I should do that here. So let me get this on. As you know, the longer you take to set this up, the better your die cut is going to be. So we had a really bad accident here on the highway into town this afternoon, and the road was closed for almost 6 hours. And when I heard about it, my heart flopped in my chest because our son had scooted over, we call it going over the hump, had scooted over to the other side to pick up a piece for his well pump. And I didn't know that he was home and safe. So I had to make sure he was home and safe. Okay, now I'm going to put this in here. You guys asked for it. Let's just do it. I'll just lay that on there. Use a couple of more Post-it strips just to hold it in place while I move it over to my machine. And then we'll cut it out and see what we get. We're going to say another little prayer and make sure things are hunky-dory. Okay, dear stamping gods, make this work. Hello, Connie. There we go. Dear stamping gods, let my tree work. Come on. There. Oh, look at that. Isn't that fun? So my original one, I didn't die cut the holes in it. I just left it the way it was. Now there's still a few pieces in here, so just let me see if I can get some of them out. So now that you see both of them, both of the trees, do you like the one with the holes or the one without the holes? And while you're deciding, I get to color. So there's the one without the holes. And I know it's going to be difficult because I haven't got the colors on there yet, but there's the one with the holes. And I think I could have moved it down a little bit. Makes a little bit of a difference. I do want to get a coloring paper though, because I'm going to color with Stampin' Blends, and I kind of want to not get it all over my grid paper. So this is just going to, oh, maybe I'll do the pecan pie first. Let me do pecan pie first. Valerie says, dang, and blast another tree set. She likes with holes. Connie likes them both. I think they're both fine. Oh, I didn't take my sweater off. Now I'm getting warm. I'm going to have to take my sweater off. This is a little bit harder to color because when you die cut the holes in it, it also puts embossing lines in there. They're a little bit difficult to color around. All right. Oh, got my head down and my nose is running. Sure like to know what happened to my nose this afternoon. Just all of a sudden it decided, I'm going to act up and you're going to have a stuffy nose that's going to run. Okay, we're slowly getting there. When I did the original one before, the one that's not cut out, you can see where the stick part is. This one, I'm kind of going by the die cut. There's a big chunk of the trunk. Okay. Here. Yes, Valerie, another tree. This one is lovely. Okay. Now, I'm going to use a part of this marker that I don't usually use because I've got large quantities of area to do, and I want to do it faster. And this, the brush tip is good for that because I don't have to worry about where I'm coloring and getting lots of ink because I'm not doing any blending on it because it has stamp marks. Just make sure I get right up to where I've done the brown. Is it all coming clear to you now? Oops, I missed a spot of brown. That's dark. I don't want dark. And even if some of these areas have had green put on them instead of brown, it's still okay. Because it's once you get it colored, there's not much of a difference between the brown and the green. So I'm using light old olive. Pardon me. Man, I hope I'm not coming down with something. That'll be awful. Oh, it was funny today. I went out had to go to dollar store and No Frills and finish getting stuff for the creative escape for next week for the in-person one. And I decided on the way home that I would stop at Tim Hortons and get Ted and I a small white hot chocolate. We haven't had one yet this year. So I went whipping into Tim Hortons. And just as I get to the drive-through, my phone starts to ring and it's James. And I know it's James because his ringtone is Cotton Eye Joe, which always makes me dance. And then I don't want to answer the phone because I want to listen to the song. But anyways, I digress. He says to me, "Hi, Grandma." I said, "Hi. What you doing?" I said, "I'm just in town." He said, "Why are you going to Tim Hortons? And what are you getting?" He was sitting in the parking lot beside where I turned up the road to turn into Tim Hortons. So he was spying on me. So I went over. He had just finished some lunch, and I went over there and had a little chitty chat with him. It was nice to see him. Haven't seen him since last night. Okay, can you see how this tree is coming together? You could spend a lot of time coloring this tree if you wanted, but honestly, especially with what we're doing to it to finish it off, you don't need to. Just got to get that underlying color on there. Just make sure you don't have any white space where you should have color. Move it down there. Okay, I'm going to lift it up. It looks like I've got just about everything. And then I'm just going to put a little bit down here because there's grass at the bottom too. And I didn't do that on my original one. There we go. Has anybody tried Tim Hortons white hot chocolate? I can't have regular hot chocolate because I'm allergic to chocolate. but I can have their white hot chocolate, which makes my heart happy. Okay, where do we stamp? Where's my stamped deer? There it is. Die cut the deer. I used to have their mocha heavy on the chocolate all the time because I don't like coffee. But every once in a while, it's nice to have something hot and warm to drink. But now I have the white hot chocolate. And let me tell you, it's yummy. There's my dies that have all the posted pieces on. Come on. Oops, I moved it. Oh, thank you, Susan. And just put that over there, and we'll die cut that out. And then we're going to take this die, and we're going to die cut this out. That. And that's the inside. We have to cut these out twice. Oh, Susan's been working on Halloween cards. Woohoo! Yeah, I got a couple here. We should make them because I've got the kits made up already. I've showed you the cards. I was going to say next Saturday maybe, but I'm not going to be live next Saturday. Because I have my creative escape during the day. And then I have to pack up. Why did that not cut all the way through? I have to pack up real fast because the next day I leave for Powell River at 7 a.m. So I won't be live next Saturday. And next week I'm starting my Lights of Aurora cards. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I have a class on Thursday, so it won't happen Thursday either. Busy week next week. Oh, man. Okay, now I'm going to cut out the same thing out of crushed curry. So if you were going to make this card, what color would you make the die cuts? Valerie says she might just have to get this one just for the tree. Okay. So have you guys seen the Halloween boxes? Have I showed them to you already? Do you want me to show you what the Halloween boxes look like? They're really cute. And they're kits and there's no stamping. And they hold a lot of chocolate. Okay. There we go. I think we have all of our bits now. We can start doing some assemblying. Oh, I haven't stamped my inside. Oh, well. Okay, I'm going to take these and we're going to put glue on the back of them. Oh, there's still holes that are not popped out. I have been storing my take your pick tool incorrectly and the tip has curved over. I have to send it out to the shop to see if hubby can straighten the point out again because it doesn't work very well when I'm trying to get things poked out. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be here forever. So, how you guys doing? You expected this to be a quick card. I'm sorry. Is there a is there a hockey game in town tonight? Are the Bulldogs playing? I know the Powell River Kings were supposed to play Victoria last night, but Victoria couldn't get over to Powell River because there was an accident and the highway was closed and they didn't make the ferry. That sucked. I didn't hear when they had postponed it to, but they had to postpone the game. Okay, I should have die cut these ahead of time and got all these little bits out. There. I think I got them. That one anyways. Now we get to do the fresh curry one. Because you need the holes in order to let the other colors come through. Oh, the Bulldogs didn't make their game either because of the accident? Man. Yeah, we were about 6 hours without a way to get out of the valley again. The Bamfield Road is still closed. So the alternative to get out of town that way is not available. And then they closed the main highway. And we only have 2 roads out of here. One is the main highway, and the other way is a 4-hour trip on logging roads that apparently is not a pleasant trip. So I feel really sorry for people who get stuck. I was in the store this afternoon and the cashiers say, "And how's your day going?" And the lady said, "Well, actually, not very well because we're supposed to be on our way home and we can't get out of town because of the accident." So they were shopping instead, which is good for our town. Okay, now we can get the glue on here. It's doing a lot of dotting, and I know I've missed some of the holes, but that's okay. Don't tell anybody. And of course, the Canada Post is now on strike, which means all the kits that I mailed for my virtual creative escape on the 18th of October are stuck in the mail somewhere. And my kits for my Lights of Aurora class next Thursday night are stuck in the mail somewhere. And I know that those ones aren't going to get anywhere. The Lights of Aurora ones. So I might just have to do that class again because it's not fault of the people who ordered the kits and want to do the class with me that they can't get them. And who knows how long they're going to be out this time. And then the virtual creative escape on the 18th of October, those ones are in the mail too, stuck there somewhere. Those ones have tracking, so at least I can track those ones. But they're not going anywhere. There we go. What is No Frills like? Because you're getting one there. Oh, Langley couldn't get through to play us. Oh, okay. No Frills is like Superstore without the um the extras, like the non-food stuff. So I'm cutting off that part and I'm cutting off that part. This is going on the inside, and these are going to tuck in behind the tree. So I'm just going to take that off. Um, it's all right. I mean, it's basic groceries, nothing special, but we get some things there. You know, you have to, these days you have to shop all of the grocery stores because you can't get everything you want in one grocery store. Now, Susan works at Quality Foods, and I do like to shop there, but they're way at the other end of town. So unless I'm over there, it doesn't work. And then we have Save On, that's kind of in the middle of town. And we have Buy Low, which used to be independent. Now they're part of Save On. And Quality Foods is part of Save On. So those are all owned by Jimmy Patterson. And then we have No Frills, that is Loblaws. What are you getting it instead of, Val? Is that going to be, is your Quality Foods shutting down? I had heard it was shutting down. Or is it Freshco that's shutting down? Okay. So we're letting the glue dry. Letting the glue dry. I'm going to put my hill on here, and I'm going to, as soon as I can find my adhesive. 4% cottage cheese. Oh, never heard of that one. I don't know whether they have it or not. They carry Dairyland and Island Farms. Stuck to me. Just heard a car door. Okay, this is going to go right at the bottom here, like this. And then we'll put this on our card base. So I've been creating for the past couple of days for the first week in October, and I couldn't decide what I wanted to create with. So I went through my older stamps, older but not retired stamps, and I'm going to do trusty tools. It's been a while since I used trusty tools, so I was having fun making some masculine cards for a change. Okay, this is going on dimensionals. Something wrong with these dimensionals. They're not coming off the package like they should. Being annoying. Here we go, Norma. How many dimensionals can Glenda use on a tree? Norma was over yesterday for the festive friends class, and we were chatting about over dimensionalizing. Because apparently I'm not the only one. Okay, needs one there. And one there, and then we had a couple of strips to go that way. Now that I know, not that I know of, it's going to be in by the one that brings. You have a store that brings in Costco stuff? That's cool. I know they have that in Quesnel too. Okay. So this is going to go on here like that. And then the deer on top of it. But I'm going to put this. This is going to tuck in underneath there. Oh, I got that where I want it. Yeah, that's going to tuck in under there. And then the rocks, I'll just tuck in. Let's see. Where do I want them? Right there. We'll tuck the rocks in there. 4% is thicker and creamier. Yum. They get big bags of chicken strips. Cool. Yeah, with all the accidents we've been having on our road lately, I don't want to leave. I want to stay in my little valley. Until, of course, I get to go to Powell River and do a class. That's totally different. But just to hop in the car and go shopping, no. We used to think nothing of it on a Friday night after work, get in the car and head to Nanaimo and have dinner and do some shopping and just get out of the valley for a while. I can't be bothered now. I'll just stay here. Not much shopping I need to do that I can't do online or in town. Okay. Now this is going to go right there, like that. Now I put, oh, right, I chopped these. I chopped these so I could kind of intertwine them a bit. So I'm just going to do the same thing. I don't know where I cut it, but there we go. This one we'll put down here, like that. Just kind of somewhere. And then we'll get the Cajun Craze one and chop it there. Oh, I need the other piece. So I'm putting the two full pieces down first. Like that. And then we'll take the heart pieces that I cut off. Oh, chop that too. Just put that in there. I love the fact that you can chop this and nobody knows. We'll just chop that right there. We'll put this in here like that. Put that in there like that. There we go. There's our tree. What do you think? Looks kind of cool. I didn't put Green Costello on there. Oh no. Oh no. Let's get some Winky on there. I'm doing both of the crushed curry and the Cajun Craze. Just dotting here and there. Did I get enough on there? Or is this I think this is my Wink of Stella that's just about out of Wink of Stella. Let's try the other one. Oh, there, that's better. Yeah, it's just about time for a new Wink of Stella. Do you guys know how to open a new Wink of Stella? Have I showed you that before? There we go. Now we will just put this little deer on here like that. And I'm not going to put it on dimensionals because it's sitting on top of the tree. So we'll just stick that right about there. And the sentiment is on dimensionals. Did I leave enough room? I got this one. See this tree, I just realized this tree, I made it over to the left a little bit. And this one I centered. So it's not going to be as well spaced out. Oh well, It is what it is. And the person that receives this one is not going to know that it looks different from the original one. Maybe I can put it over there. Which side? Right side? Right side? Or left side? Which side should I put the sentiment on? No, I don't like it up there. It's either the right side or the left side. And while you do that, I'm going to put my deer on the inside, and we'll put the inside in. Right down at the bottom because I don't want them floating. There we go. Oh, Valerie likes it without the leaves. Yeah, it looks pretty cool, that tree with that die cut. It didn't look like that this way, but that was before I realized that you can just die cut the tree itself. Oh, Marie says left. And Marie says, it looks like the trees in my yard. You just need some leaves falling. Yeah, they're falling, aren't they? Holy man. Lucky that hubby got to go out and blow a bunch of the leaves that fall in our driveway. He blew them off because when it starts to rain and our leaves fall, then it becomes a mucky mess. Okay. Left, right. Which draw am I doing tonight, Susan? Am I missing something? Right side, left. Could put it right there in the middle of the tree too. No, that looks silly. Okay, left it is. Am I doing a draw tonight? Saturday. I don't usually do draws on Saturday, but I could be wrong. I've been known to be wrong before. There we go. Now we just have the bling put on. These are so pretty. You see they've got little gold specks in them. One right there. These are 3 sizes. And we are done. So I'll show you them up close. Up close. So there's the one that's not cut. And there's the one that's cut. Oh, color the deer. Sorry, I forgot to color the deer. Thank you, Valerie. I'm using light pecan pie. I didn't see our deer today. I always know when it's raining because the deer, they tend to hide in the bush and I don't see them, which is sad because I like seeing our little deer. It's been fun watching the babies grow. They now do not have spots anymore. The spots are gone. There we are. Sorry, I forgot the deer. And if I hadn't messed that up, that looks like a bird, right? I messed that up, but it looks like a bird. I'm going to say it's a bird. All right. Myself organized here. so I can find my mouse. Okay, Susan didn't answer me about what draw it is, so I don't know. If I miss a draw, I'm sorry. We'll have to do it Monday. I will be live Monday. Next week, I'm doing the Aurora, Lights of Aurora, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I hope you will be able to join me. And Thursday night is my virtual class. Friday is the club. Saturday is my creative escape. All right. Well, thanks, everybody. I am thankful that you decided to join me. If you have enjoyed my video, please hit those emojis. If you're on YouTube, please give me a thumbs up. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend and you get some crafty time. And I will see you Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. Pacific time, which is 7 p.m. Eastern time. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I'll see you soon in my craft room. Stampin' Smiles. Bye.